Hi guys, it's Red. Today I am back and I am building my first ever gaming PC. And I have no idea what I'm doing, but I have courage, I have dedication, and I've already spent my money, so I need to get this thing built regardless. This isn't going to be a tutorial step-by-step how to build a PC because I am not at that level at this current moment in time, but hopefully once I get this thing up and running, I could maybe offer you a couple of tips. We'll see. So to start off this PC build process, I first have to update my motherboard, which is right here. And basically I have to plug in the power supply into the motherboard and insert a USB which has an update file for the BIOS for this motherboard to make it compatible with my current CPU. Might be a little bit extra. Maybe not entirely necessary, but I am nervous. I'm a nervous gal. I'm a nervous wreck right now. So I'm going to be sweating. There's going to be sweat beads oozing from my fingertips, and I don't want it really all over everything, so I feel like I'm gonna give these gloves a go. If I feel like they're more annoying than anything, I'll just take them off. Alright. Are we shy? There's a lot of cables. Oh boy. There's a lot of complicated looking cables here. And they're all like this. So I need to put down on the floor. You can see that. I'm glad you can. Because I wasn't exaggerating about the amount of complicated, weird-looking cables. They will all make sense in due time. They smell toxic. That's the PCI-E. Lovely looking thing. A lot bigger than I thought. So this case is going to be probably a lot bigger than I thought. I mean, it looks massive, to be honest, but yeah. The motherboard, how beautiful it looks. Ready to rock the gaming world with the ROG Strix. That's cute, whatever this is. Don't know. Just a little card to say some stuff. They sent me some stickers. Love some stickers, always. Never too old for stickers. What is this? What is all these things? It's like a mini something. More squares. Are these magnets? Thermal pad for M2. Replace the damaged thermal pad with this pad on the M2 heatsink. What is the spare then? So currently at the moment my BIOS is updating, the motherboard is currently updating, the USB has been inserted into the motherboard, so it's now flashing green to let me know that it's working and updating. Apparently it's going to take like 5 minutes, so just gonna let it do its thing and then move on to the next step. Alright, here is basically a good view up close and personal of what I just basically explained that I was doing. USB is in to the motherboard, power supply is on and plugged in. I'm giving you a thumbs up. And now I am starting on my CPU. AMD Ryzen 7 9700X CPU. I picked this CPU because it paired well with my GPU, my 5060 Ti. So that is what we are working with. I'm getting it out, I'm looking at it. I was so very careful, very slow about this process because this is a delicate component and really fragile. Particularly like when you slot it in like that and you're fiddling around in this area. This is a scary part. And I slammed it shut. I slammed it. I eased it down a little bit and it just fell dramatically onto the CPU. it made a loud metallic sound and I was very scared, but luckily we got it in place. Now I'm moving on to the RAM. This part was actually one of the easiest parts, and kind of satisfying as well, just to kind of hear it click into place. Later on though, like I did with a lot of the components, I just left the stickers on. Like I left the, transparent sticker, that covers like the labels and things. You really must peel it off. You must peel it off as you go, because that is, I just think it's just not safe for your components from what I've heard. So it's also like, you don't want it on there. Anyway, now I'm moving on to my SSD. I'm taking off the SSD cover and I am slotting in the SSD into place. And then peeling off the little sticker on the heatsink. Is that right? And then cover goes back on. Okay? I'm screwing it back. I'm doing it. And then I'm showing it off. Wow. This is it so far. And I'm smiling. Okay, so now it's the CPU cooler. I love the CPU cooler. It looks really cool. It's big and bulky and kind of in your face, but I love that. I kind of love that. It's pretty, to be honest, and it's so affordable. So I would definitely recommend this over, the liquid coolers and things like that. And this is it so far. You can still see the sticker on the motherboard. So my motherboard is virtually done. RAM is in, cooler. The CPU is in. You can't really see it, but SSD is in. I'm just working on the case. I'm working on the case. Literally. And Phanteks is amazing for the organization, I feel. Yeah, I just opened it up. It was like this. So. This pretty much wraps up what I filmed, basically. I think at this stage I was just sat daisy chaining for sure, because I can see all of the cables hanging off the fans at the back, but giving you a view of the front, and yeah, this is me just connecting everything, the cables, and then I slotted things into the motherboard, power switch, and the audio, and the USBs, and the RGBs, and things like that. I still have the CPUs plugged in, GPUs plugged in. This is it. This is pretty much it. Yeah. So after all of that, you guys, what do we have? We have a beautiful, delicious, pretty, handsome looking PC over here to my left. I have done it. I've done it, and it's working. It's working right now. It has been for a few weeks. And really, I've shocked myself. I feel like I've shocked myself, to be honest. I think for a good few weeks, just researching, just as I was looking for parts and how to build it, and then getting them, and then actually building it, was just tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. And now I'm out on the other side. I can breathe the fresh air, and it's just, it's beautiful. I can say, obviously, because it has been working so far, for weeks, that I know that because I've done this, you guys 100% can do this. There are several people here on YouTube who helped massively with my PC build, okay, massively. Without these videos or people or channels, I would have struggled a lot more than I did. I struggled, believe you me. Oh, I struggled. I just didn't I just didn't give up. I got through it. I definitely kind of forced myself to get this done quicker than what I would have liked to in my mind. Spent time on debating on whether or not to get this or to get that, just because I wanted to avoid the holiday season price increase, and I managed to do that, thankfully, because I'm looking back now and I'm seeing parts that I got. And some of these parts are 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 pounds to 50 pounds more now than when I purchased them. If you are looking to build a PC, you're interested, you're thinking about it, definitely check the price history on all of your stuff, on all of it, okay, on all of it. Me as I'm checking the price history on every single item I bought. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Not just the GPU and the CPU. Believe you me, everything. Because it's going to add up. It's going to add up, and you want to make sure that you're getting your money's worth. Maybe it's good to wait for a little bit longer for particular sale, especially after holiday season sales are pretty good. Black Friday is coming up, so definitely things like that you want to factor in. Yeah, this is my PC build video pretty much done. PC is now built and we are now using it. The only thing that I would say with this PC probably is the fact that I haven't actually figured out how to switch my RGB for my fans and for my RAM. Actually, you can see my RAM. The fans over there, and then also the case RGB. I'm sure it's all kind of able to kind of sync up. I don't particularly want to use Armory Crate because I've heard bad things about it. Armory Crate is telling me that I need to update my entire PC, basically, all of the components near enough. It feels like, I don't know, I have to update a bunch of stuff, and I've heard updating through Armory Crate is not a great idea. So, because there had to be something, right? There had to be something that I'm just still figuring out, right? So I imagine I will end up with a solution. There are several RGB softwares out there that I can use. I want to pick the right one because allegedly some of it can affect your gameplay experience. It can make games stutter. That's the only thing that I would say at this stage that I'm just a little unsure about. However, I imagine I will end up with a solution within the near future on how to change the RGB lights on my fans. I think that will probably be the easiest part of this whole thing, even though it is the last thing that I need to figure out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you're new to the channel, hi, how are you? How you doing? Are you building a PC? Is that what you're doing? Is that why you're here? If you are, let me know in the comments. What part are you thinking about? The whole thing? Components? Do you have a list yet? Let me know. What's your budget? Let me know. Or you don't have to let me know your budget. That's maybe a little intrusive. This was a £1,500 pound build. This build now, I think, would be maybe closer to 2K, just because of the holiday season prices. So, bear that in mind. Factor in all of the factors that need to be factored in, and check the description for links to videos, to channels that are very helpful in building a PC, as I found out. So, yeah. With all that being said, you guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye.